So obviously Donald Trump has spent the entire week freaking out about the fact that President Biden is no longer in the race. He's going to have to run against Kamala Harris. And that pretty much throws his entire campaign strategy into total chaos and throws away a year and a half of political attacks. And here is why that is freaking Donald Trump out so much. Because he had made the centerpiece of his campaign the fact that President Biden is old and President Biden is somehow cognitively impaired, right? Those were the two attacks. But the same exact things could be said about Donald Trump, obviously, and most of us have been saying that for years. But now that Biden is out of the race and Trump is officially the oldest person to ever secure his party's nomination for President of the United States, all of that media focus that for the last month had been on Biden and his cognitive abilities doesn't matter. It's gone. And what we have already seen in the span of 4 days, folks, is the media immediately start to once again pay attention to the fact that, wait a minute, Donald Trump is also not all there in a way that, of course, is definitely comparable, if not worse than, definitely worse than, in my opinion, President Biden. So here's what happened. On Tuesday of this week, Donald Trump came out and completely had no idea who in the world would have suggested that JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon could serve in his administration. He doesn't know what kind of idiot would say something like that. Trump did say he has no idea who said that. The answer is pretty simple. He did. He said that to Bloomberg in an interview on July 16th. So we're not even talking about like 2 months ago or a year ago. We're talking about a week ago. He said this to Bloomberg News, that yes, Jamie Dimon is definitely somebody I would consider. And then a week later, he's like, who would say such a thing? I don't know who said that. And immediately, the media, of course, jumped on this, including CNN, saying, wait a minute, that's a pretty big lapse in his memory in the span of 7 days. How does he not know that he's the guy who said this? Or, of course, is he lying about it, even though he has no reason to lie about it? He wasn't getting flack for it. It wasn't even a blip in the media's radar. Nobody was talking about it. So he doesn't need to lie about it because it wasn't hurting him in any way. He genuinely forgot. So how is that not a big deal? But Biden screwing up people's names is a huge deal that garners headlines for days. The media has no choice now but to focus on Donald Trump's age, to focus on his cognitive impairments, of which there are many. And that's what's freaking Donald Trump out. All of those attacks that he had leveled against President Biden are now going to be come back to him, directed at him. So he is now going to be the one having to defend his mental state. He is going to have to defend the fact that he's the oldest person to ever run for president. And those are not fun things to have to do. It shifts the narrative of the campaign, makes him the old white guy instead of the Democrats. And yes, that is definitely going to come back to bite him as this campaign kicks into overdrive. America's Lawyer has launched its own YouTube channel. Now, this channel, of course, is still in its early phases of development, but you can help grow it by subscribing. Just go to youtube.com/theamericaslawyer, and you'll get all of the great content from Mike Papantonio and myself that we produce every single week.